For both of you guys, just it seemed like turnovers last game were a huge problem, and you cleaned it up quite a bit this time with only 11 compared to last time's 21. Just what was the key to taking better care of the ball?
I feel like it was something that coach has been mentioning like since the beginning of the season, and we've gone through practice with a tendency like knowing that they're gonna slap and foul and reach at the ball, so like you got to be extra secure. Like we'll dribble through lines like 12 people on each side just slapping you, hacking you. It was just something like you had to get used to it. Like you had to fight through it because the refs ain't gonna give you nothing, so you might as well be tough.
Yeah, for sure. Like Jordan Walsh said, the refs not always on our side, so when we know that, and so it's fine that we turn it over a few times. We got a young team, and I think as the season goes on, it would continue to happen like it was today. Not as many, but some games I think it'll happen. Just knowing that we all have we have so many playmakers, and we try to. I guess you could say squeeze balls through certain holes and things like that to try to make a play for our teammate, which is not a bad idea, but hopefully it continues to happen like it happened today and not as many. And so I think we did a pretty good job today on it.
Well, both you guys, it's been a while since y'all won. Closing in on 3 weeks. Just how good does it feel to get a win, and how badly did you guys need this win?
It felt good. Just knowing like both teams are in desperation mode for needing to win. Same record coming in. Of course, we're playing at home. Give us a little more confident boost, and I think that the fans helped us a lot. Just coming into this game, knowing we're playing at home, we feel more comfortable, and I'm glad we got the win.
Hey Jordan, what are your thoughts on that?
So, like Coach Muss told us, every game from now on is our Super Bowl. So we went in treating it like that, and you know how fun it is to win a Super Bowl and watch people celebrate after the game, and so yeah, we're all happy, for sure.
Does that mean LSU is a Super Bowl?
It will be.
And Devo, you've really picked up your 3-point shooting of late. What's been the key to that? How good are you feeling out there?
I feel good. Just staying in the gym, you know what I mean? As long as I stay in the gym, I feel more confident every single game. And I continue to shoot at a high clip.
Jordan, what's been the difference for you in the last couple of games? You had 2 points against Alabama and Vanderbilt, you got 12.5, shooting the ball. It looks like pretty confidently from 3. And then 1 foul today out here that got a foul.
I knew somebody was going to say something about fouls. I didn't. Yeah, the foul thing's gotten out of hand. They started doing over and under on my fouls. Like within the staff, it's actually funny. They're like, you're gonna get 4 fouls over or under. I'm like, yo, come on. But it feels good to be able to turn that corner and feel like you're really affecting the team in a positive way and affecting winning in a positive way. So I'm just glad I was able to do it, and I hope I can keep doing it.
Hey Devo, what does it do for y'all when you're able to have Jordan out there on the floor with you?
It helped us out a lot. Just knowing. As you've seen tonight, he can play in a dunker spot. He can space the floor out, play in the corner. Can shoot the 3, make the 3. Play defense, get deflections, and that's everything you need on the floor, you know what I'm saying, to play basketball. And so as he continues to play at a high level like that, his game will develop. And I think he know that not only me, but the rest of the team and the staff has been preaching that to him. And as he continues to just play hard, things will fall in place. And as you've seen today, and last game, even though he was fouling, he played pretty good, you know what I mean? And so as he continued to pick that up and continue to strive for greatness, I think he can play at a higher level every single game, every single week.
Coach, I'm going to ask about fouls again. The opponents have shot nearly 40 free throws per game the last 3 games, and then only 13 today. What was the key to kind of getting that number back down? And you mentioned some of the drills maybe you guys did for limiting turnovers. Were you doing some in regards to defending without fouling?
Yeah, for sure. All the time we have different stations at practice, guarding different actions with the opponents. And so as long as we, as a collective group, as long as we make sure we put a huge emphasis on defense, fouling shouldn't be an issue because, like I said, we got guys like Jordan Walsh, Anthony Black, who can play multiple positions and guard multiple positions, and so they're just a huge advantage on our end. And as we continue, and hopefully the rest help us out a little bit since they, hurt us sometimes, we'll be fine. You know what I mean? But other than that, defense shouldn't be a problem going forward as long as we continue to stay big on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, Devo covered it all. He said everything. I almost forgot the question. He explained it a lot. He explained it well though. It was a big emphasis just to stop fouling, because you're giving people 40 free throws. Like, you can't expect to win like that. Like 40 free points. Like they don't get that. We're beating teams by 20, 15. You know, so it was a big emphasis from us, and everybody else in the program was talking about it. So I'm glad that we got to execute that this game.
Yeah, for both of y'all, Anthony had 17 points, 8 assists today. Just what did y'all think of his game and how he's affecting y'all on the court?
He's affecting us not only on the offensive end but the defense. He helped us out on the defensive end too. Knowing where to be on the backside when it's time to help your teammate, things like that. So he helped us out in so many different categories. We want and need him to do it every single night.
For sure, he's our point guard, and he does a great job at just doing his job. And whenever it's necessary to step out of his job and help the team a little bit more in a different area, he's willing to step up and do that too. And not only do it, but do it at a very great rate and a successful rate. So we need him on the court every second we can. He's great at seeing the game, making reads, attacking the rim. He's really locked in with Muss too, so he always knows what Muss is thinking, and he's always just controlling the pace of the game. So we need him out there every second we can.
And then Joseph came in that stretch there at the end of the first half. Just how big was that, and the shots that he made?
It was huge. I mean, just like the first time we played Mizzou, he was a big catalyst of that win. Like, he had another big game where he was shooting well. He probably had the same amount of points, like same threes. So I feel like now we're seeing a pattern here where Joseph, whenever he's having a big game, then it's like the team's better, the morale's up, and we're winning. So I feel like he's also a big part of the game, even though people may not think that just based off like the other 3 games we played.
Jordan, the game was winding down. You had a chance, I think, maybe to shoot a 3 with about 10 seconds on the shot clock, and instead you drove and made a bank shot. Was that partly because not having a long rebound, or what were you thinking during that time?
I was just kind of thinking, like, my percentage is that, like, the closer I am to the rim, the higher the percentages go up. So if I can get in the paint, then it's almost like, oh yeah, that's a bucket. And I know Muss over there is screaming at me, drive it. So I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna force it. I'm gonna force it to the paint and just see what I can do. And if anybody becomes open, then make the open read. But he ended up playing me weird, and I just got a layup.
Pretty tight first half. In the second half, you guys obviously got separation. Ole Miss wasn't shooting very well. Or what did you guys? What was the key to getting some separation? Quite a bit of separation in the second half.
It was just like being relentless on defense. Like, in the first half, they shot like 52% from the field. In the second half, it was like 30 or 40. And so it was just like being relentless and like always pursuing the ball and pursuing rebounds, like trying to get steals. Like, we had like 11 steals in like the second half, something crazy like that. But that's like our identity, and we're trying to get back to that now because we've kind of lost ourselves in a little bit in these last couple of weeks. So this is who we are. We're just trying to get back to it, and this was the first game that showed that this is who Arkansas is, and we're going to be like this for a while.
No, like Jordan said, to add on, just make sure we continue to play hard, you know what I mean? And as we continue to get steals, that means we get fast break points, which is what we want, you know what I mean? And so as we continue to crank it up on defense, everything else will fall in place.
Murrell got hurt and had to leave, but before that he only had 3. I think you were the 2 primary defenders. What was the game plan against him, and what do you think was the key to holding him down when he was in there?
Don't let him score. He's the star player. We try to do whatever it takes to not let him score. No matter what team we're playing against, we don't want the star player to score at all. He had 3 points. I think we would have held him to single digits for sure, just knowing if he didn't get hurt. But he is a good player, and like I said, every single night we try to come in and try to guard the best player and hold him to single digits every single night, no matter the team.
All right, Jordan.
Yeah, our game plan was Devo Davis, and he locked them up. It was his job. We weren't switching. We were like, hey, Bo, but just don't give him nothing. And Bo was like, I bet, and that's what he did.
And then you got the rematch with LSU. That obviously beat you in a tough one to open SEC play. Kind of what do you guys remember about that game? What are your thoughts about playing them again? Pretty quick turnaround Tuesday night.
Yeah, that one. That was obviously the first one, and yeah, they kind of bullied us and tried to punk us that game, and we were just kind of like on the road. Like people were nervous. We weren't ready. We weren't locked in. So, but now that it's home, and now that we know what's up, it should be a different story.
Devo, you got a thought on that?
It's gonna be a dogfight. Hopefully they come and be ready to play, and be ready for war, because we gonna come ready. And so that's all I can say.
Thanks, guys.